I don't know if you can hear in the background, I've got a cat.
No,
No, okay, good.
I
She is
think
just driving me.
we saw the cat before.
No, this is a new
But
one. She hasn't.
new
We,
one.
yeah. Well, the others were my actually belong to my daughter. She lives on an apartment on the same property, and my grandson decided that we needed cats of our own, so we went to the shelter. Now we have two traumatized cats.
Why traumatized?
Well, because they came from a rescue. I think they were taken from a home where they were being neglected, and
Yeah.
then then they were in the shelter with dogs and all sorts of things, and then bring to a straight new home. So they actually hid for like 5 days. This one just came out last night, and you come on up here. Come on, come on, come on. Come say hi. There you go.
No,
I don't see anything.
I don't
No,
hear meow.
Yeah,
oh
meow
yeah.
meow, but
Oh yeah, there's lots of that. Well, she hasn't eaten since Wednesday, so she's telling me she's hungry. I just
that's
finished
good.
feeding her. She demolished a whole can of cat food last night. I was like, oh my goodness.
Mm.
Anyway, yes.
Okay. It's good to hear that you're recovering. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's just a matter of now doing my exercises and all that, which is uh
Yeah. Good. Good to hear that. And the other message for the user manual, that would be wonderful if you could do that. I mean, maybe it slipped my mind too, but suddenly I realized, oh, we need a very short manual because Peter was putting his Zen together, and he was
mhm.
asking what kind of software do we have and how to do, and oh, it looks
Oh
also
yeah.
geeky, and I said, we have to make a simple one for the let's call it dummies. They,
Well,
they,
no,
they're not
no, no.
dummies, but they don't want to have a simple one, two, three, and that's it. So not,
People in a hurry. People in a hurry.
it's not in a hurry. It depends on you if you have time, because you're normally quite quick in making those documents. I mean,
Yeah.
I prefer you
Yeah,
do it
no.
than I do it. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, I'll give
Is it
it a,
the
I'll give it a
soldering
shot.
part,
what?
or the is it about the soldering it
No,
together,
no, no,
like,
no. It's only
or
for
just
the user
For
manual. It's
the
quite big,
wh-
the user manual,
if
if you
you
go through many
right?
details, and it's great we have it, but the
Yeah, some quick start guide
yeah,
yeah,
quite
might
yeah,
quick
be
that's
start
it.
guide.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
quick start.
Switch
Okay,
it
I'll
on, and this
I'll
is the menu, and you do this and that, and
yeah.
that's all.
And yeah, just to get them to a point where they're logging or setting it up
Yeah,
fixed location.
yeah, something
And
like that. Very
I
simple.
think describing one user flow, like turning
yeah,
it on,
that's
putting
it.
it on your car, going for a drive, getting home, turning it
Yeah.
off, taking out the SD card and uploading. Maybe like
Yeah.
that
That's a
sequence.
good idea. I like that.
Yeah,
That's a very simple
yeah, okay.
approach. And the second
Yeah.
user how to say flow is if you have
Yes.
quick stop, and another one is I don't know.
Uh,
We have three, eh? The fix, the
yeah.
drive, and the
Survey.
survey. Survey mode. If you want to
Yeah.
use your survey
Yeah.
mode. That should be
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
To
that
keep
sounds
them
like a
going.
plan.
And maybe also
Yeah.
one for a quick for the settings. For example, the config server, if they want to set it up.
Mm,
Well, that would be
Plus,
part of the config of the fixed
that's
setup
true.
anyway.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
Yeah.
true.
true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it
No,
automatically.
it's just
Yeah.
like oriented from the point of view of what do you want to do as opposed to what's available,
Oh, we
which
can
is the
reference other parts. Like if you go
oh,
for
oh, for
fixed
sure.
mode, you can start with,
Oh, for sure.
well, first go to configuration, and then
Yeah.
you can see like some small steps you do for configuring it. But it will still be a lot. But if we put it down to like those four flows and put those in separate documents,
Yeah.
uh, that would be good.
Yeah. The well, from my understanding, all they need to have in their save zen.txt, if I remember the name of the file correctly, is the device ID, and then the firmware takes over with defaults, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So that keeps it super simple.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the SD card will already be like configure it with the
Yeah,
device ID when you send it.
I normally send a
Um,
different number on it. So that's if
yeah,
I'm
on the
doing
SD card as well, or
only SD card. I programmed it. Only the SD card program. I don't program the units themselves.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So and then I label them also on the outside. Then they know what number it is.
Right.
Yeah. And the other exciting news is two new GPSs I found. They also U-block 10s, but they are a little
Right.
bit different. One
Hmm.
looks very cool with an X on it, and another a black and an X on it, and another one supposed to be very cheap. It's about $12 or something like that. No, even less.
Wow. Hmm.
$9 or something. It's amazing. I ordered a few and we'll test them and see how good they are. The only
Yeah, sounds
thing,
good.
the only thing what I was worried about or wondering about is the connectors. This is what they don't have the standard 2.54 or 4.5 inch inch sorry inch pitch pitch sorry
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
pitch connectors on them. They have something different,
But
but I will figure that out. Probably it's something similar. I hope better because they were very hard to solder and other things. So maybe this one
yeah.
solders easier. Let's see. So that was a
Yeah,
kind
it
of
would be
exciting thing I found.
yeah. Well, I was looking at the one that you mentioned,
The Fixie
I'm looking
or the
back.
other one? The black one,
The
the Fixie.
yeah, Foxier
Yeah, something like that.
Compass.
An F.
Yeah, okay. So here it is. Um I'm just yeah, so the $20 one looks like as I mentioned, inspired by Beitian.
Mhm.
Um but the and it's got the 6 pins, and I suspect they're in the same order.
Yeah, they're in the same
No,
order. I checked that, but the holes are very small.
yeah, no, that's the problem.
No,
And
no,
also
okay.
Uh,
blocked by
I have different
the other
different
side.
connectors for that. They're probably very thin. I have those connectors too. I it's for chips. For chips, they have
right.
smaller connectors, and maybe they fit correctly. That's my hope.
Hmm.
In other words, try to come up with something. Ideally, what I really want is those small EST connectors. They are all on the GPSs, the white one. Those connectors, if we have like a header, go to
Yes.
the how to say the standard 2.45 pin pitch
Yep.
connectors ahead
Yes.
of the stock, and then you put them on. That will be ideal.
Right.
I haven't found them
Yes.
yet. I will
Yeah.
keep looking for them
Then
because if we have them, then it's great. Then we can put any GPS on them.
yeah, as long as they all follow the same pinout.
Mm.
I suspect they
They
do.
seem to.
Yeah.
It's not like this place that they move around a lot. This place
No.
often have how to say all different pin out, the plus and the minus reverse and things like that. I remember that when we were building Nano, there were always pin configurations and problems. So
No, especially with the OLED module
OLED,
that
yeah.
was
And the Chinese version, and one Chinese version was this, and then that, and finally I made a board for myself where I can switch whatever I wanted. So I
yeah.
could route them in the back with that.
Yeah, anyway, this Fox here seems to be interesting.
Yeah, I thought they were quite interesting, both of them.
Mhm.
I have by accident came across it because some people from the drones they were saying that this one was good, and the other one said no, this one is better. So
But the same chip.
the same chip. So
Well,
maybe a different antenna. So I don't know
Yeah, that's it. So if the
if or
well, actually, we can test that because if we can read the U-blocks protocol and find out what the dBm is,
Hmm,
right? The signal strength at the
yeah.
receiver, and we can compare two identical.
Yeah, I can run also two at the same time. I mean, and then take two with me and see how they compare.
Mhm. Or even just put them on a separate test bench with the same micro talking to both at the same time.
Yeah,
That way they're in the same orientation, same time, everything.
yeah,
So
that's true. So
be interesting.
with the that's, how do you do that? So you only have one, or you need two serials and you record at the same time.
Well, yeah, this would be a separate test bed,
Oh, okay.
just on a uh, just on a proto board with uh, with just any old Arduino.
Hmm. So next to it, let's say, yes, yeah, basically two, but yeah, on the same plane,
Yes.
mounted on the same thing, or two big egg
On-
Zens stuck together.
Oh, that would work too.
That's for me easier. Too.
Yeah,
I can do the testing.
yeah. So
Also,
anyway,
yeah.
yeah, no, they're claiming 1.5 meter positioning, so we'll see. But that's again depends on the M10 chip.
Yeah, it's not so much different in that. I mean, if it's an M9, a U9 or a U10, I think I've seen difference in that. It's sensitivity.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
And did you see the post I posted for Japan? They will have many more, or at least four more satellites coming up to be
Yeah. Well,
kind of independent from the GPS.
that's right. So no, that's good for them. Or you guys, I should say, over
Yeah.
there. Um, yes, because well, first of all, that the existing four are probably a few years old now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, they mentioned
and
that they will replace also a few.
yeah, okay. So
Another subject, Louis.
yeah, yeah,
Peter was mentioning about what's its name, Pickery plant.
yeah,
That
yes.
he was wondering if we should have how to say monitoring there. And as I told him, please
Yeah,
contact Louis about it because Louis is trying to set something up, and he
yeah,
lives close by. He's the best contact we have.
yes,
I
yes.
don't know if he did
Uh,
that, but
no, I haven't heard from him, and unfortunately, right now it's kind of stalled because I'm kind of out of the commission.
hmm, I can imagine.
Yeah, and just I'm trying to prepare course materials by typing with one finger, well, two fingers.
Because if
So,
Peter is involved in the first instance, maybe he can just send rat notes. We have 50 rat notes from donated by Ray for Safecast, especially for this kind of
well,
event. So I
oh,
I think only 10 got distributed so far. So there should be in theory about 40 left.
oh
So
wow.
there is an option. So if you really want to push that, that will be great.
Yeah,
Start with that,
yeah,
and then if people understand that, maybe we can put some sense there. But most
right.
important is first get something secured there.
Yes. Well,
That's the
basically,
quickest.
yeah, basically what we'd need is people willing to have those in their backyards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
some place where nobody is. I don't know
Sorry,
how
my
far in Canada. I would
yeah,
just try
no,
it and see.
yeah. No, I think it has to be on somebody's property,
Yeah,
otherwise,
I think it's better, but
yeah, yeah. Well, but
or a
people,
public place. You never know.
public place, and then but then you see this thing that's got this like radioactive sign on it, and it's like, people are going to get freaked out.
No, but that's good that the public knows. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but it's not good for the rad note when they take it down. Anyway,
Oh
yes.
no. That's fine. You can secure them. Ask Joe about them. They have
Yeah.
he has steel belts for them. It's very hard to cut.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did it in
No,
Ukraine
but
too.
if somebody in authority decides that they don't want them, so
Oh
and
no.
though
Of course you have to get permission for that.
yeah, exactly. Let's
And
set
then
it
you
up in a kid.
should once in a while check on them. It's just
Yeah, you wouldn't want to set it up in a kid's playground or something.
no.
Like,
Oh, I don't
like,
know if they're
You
out of
could.
for kids. Maybe it's a good place because that shows that
yeah,
there's no radiation there. I mean, you can monitor that. That's nothing.
yeah. It the politics of nuclear power around here are pretty touchy.
I think
It's
so.
very polarized.
Mm.
This
Yeah, I
the
can
people who
imagine.
benefit from the industry, the jobs and all that are totally in favor, and everything's fine, and the people who don't, like who the more you know about nuclear power, the less you like it, and then there's a whole bunch of people who just don't care either way.
But
So
those people who really want it, they should
yeah,
have a rat note. I mean, to show that it's so safe and wonderful.
that's right.
They're the perfect candidates. They want to.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Transparency is
not your
not a
kind
big
of people you want to talk to, but I mean,
no,
it's a
no
good.
transparency is not a big deal right now. No, transparency is not a big thing. Um,
Mhm.
the yeah. Well, one example that drives me nuts is when they report emissions from Pickering and Darlington. They report them as megagrams.
Mhm.
Like, what's a megagram? Well, a
Yeah.
kilogram is 1,000 kilograms is a ton. So they report, let's say, zero point 0.2 megagrams. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that doesn't sound like much, but it's like uppercase M versus lowercase m in the metric system. So it's like, oh, point 0.2 megagrams, zero point
And
0.2
it's
mg.
huge.
What? Well, yeah, that's 200 kilograms, man. And the other and the other objection from one person I talked to um, was that they they report their emissions, but they're not consistent about where they sample,
Mhm.
especially for groundwater, and they don't really explain their methodology, so it's kind of hard to pin down.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
can
that's
imagine that. Mm.
anyway. So yeah, I'll wait for Peter to contact me.
Mhm. I
But
will
like I
I will
say,
mention it to him also one more time that you're
yeah,
kind of waiting for
yeah,
his
yeah,
initiative.
but also with the caveat that I really can't do anything. I can't even drive right now. The uh, the clinic actually contacted the Ministry of Transport to put my driver's license on hold.
Really?
They didn't want really they didn't want the liability of somebody saying, I can do it anyway. Drive with one
Mm.
hand.
Rough.
Oh yeah, they're pretty. It's a pretty strict
Yeah,
protocol.
that's quite
Right.
strange, I think, because some people have one hand, they have a driver's license.
Yep, they have a special adapted steering wheel.
I
It's got
see.
a knob.
Ah,
Mm.
you can do that.
Yeah, and the controls. Nope. I asked. No,
They
that's
don't
the
mind.
protocol.
I see. I,
That's the
you can
protocol. End
try.
of story. So my chauffeur is getting quite tired of driving me.
Oh,
She's very patient, but still,
your wife is driving you?
she's my chauffeur. Yes.
It's the chauffeur. Good. Do you pay her for that? For that? Ah,
No,
sorry.
no.
Pay for the
But
groceries and
yeah,
yeah.
Do some cooking
also
extra.
yeah, yeah, and I don't sit in the back seat.
I see.
That'd just be too much.
Yeah, I hope you're quiet and just accept the way she drives. I mean,
That's right. Oh no. Oh, she actually was driving like 10 years before I got my license. And
oh, okay. So,
she,
so she's okay.
yeah, she grew up in the country. It's like, you're 16, you drive.
Okay, so that's good. And another subject I want to talk about. I got a funny bug from a Zen user that he flashed the Zen with 3.26, and afterwards he cannot, the screensaver, he cannot stop it. It keeps going. The only way to stop it is to switch it off. I tried to replicate it and I couldn't replicate it.
Which version is that?
3.26. And it is on one of those, but they are the same as the Core 2. I mean, that's the orange one is the same.
But that's with the, is that with the
Unified.
latest version? Unified.
That's the latest version. And I tried it myself, I burned it and it works fine. And I have no idea what it is. Is it hardware or software?
Well, everything else works then. Like
Everything
the
else according to
menu,
him works, yes.
navigation.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it might be a touch. No, but that'd be weird because
Yeah,
if the buttons work, those work through
those should
touch as
work too.
well.
Doesn't make sense. The only thing I can think about that, no. There was something I would think about. It wasn't. The unified library, that if it goes into screensaver mode and the configuration is not set up correctly, I mean the timeout or something like that, there's maybe some issues with that. No, it's all the same.
No, because the screen would still be in screensaver mode, and let's see. Well, if you touch the screen, then it turns switches around.
Yes.
Oh wait, last interaction.
But
Yeah.
they asked him to share his configuration screen for the screensaver on the config server and see if there's something strange set up. Maybe he put in 0.
Yeah. Well, you could try to turn off. Wait, so there are two options. You have the dim and the screensaver. If the screen dims, can you still use the device then? Or, that's, you don't know, of course.
I don't know.
I mean, there's two options. I'm just wondering, like, does the screen ever turn back on after like dimming?
He said that it blanks for a few seconds. It starts the screensaver, it blanks, and then it stays on, and he cannot switch it off by touching it. The only way to switch it off is to power it down, according to him.
Wow.
It's a funny bug. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Okay. Can you post a message in the channel?
Yes,
that
I
he
will do
sent?
that. Yeah. I think it's in the Google groups. There's a thread on it. I will
Right.
give you the link to that, or you can look at it. It was a kind of strange thing for me.
Yeah. I mean, if I think about it, it doesn't really make sense because
No.
let's see. Yeah, the screen would be off. But if the last interaction, the refresh rate would clear, turn on. I don't know.
No.
I don't see anything weird.
That's okay. I mean,
So
so let's see if he comes back, and I will share the information with you, so you can see what's going on.
yep. Yeah, that sounds good.
And did you have time, Yellow, to work on some small things, or not yet?
Not really. Like I was cleaning up the things that we discussed last week. With the GPS options, and like making the GPS invalid if the next reading, like 1 second
Ah, yes.
later, is like further away than 500 meters.
Mhm.
Then that point will be invalid. But then if the next one will be in range of that previous one again, then it's okay. That's now the
Like
simple
it's
check
like
we do.
one off that's not correct. But if there are two off, then it should be something that's probably valid. Then okay.
Yeah, so maybe if you go into a tunnel and you lose GPS for like a few minutes and you go back out, then you get a new point. That one will then be invalid. But 1 second later, you get the next point,
Uh,
like a few meters
so
further away, and then that one will be valid. That idea.
I also discovered today that when I check my log for today, that if the GPS doesn't get a correct signal and it moves off, I mean, if I have one line often, if I go into the car and it's covered, really covered the GPS, it starts to wander around for about maybe 10
Hmm.
or 20. And then when I move it out of the car, it directly jumps back.
Yeah, I don't think we can fix that really.
No, I think so. It's maybe inside the logic of uBlock. So I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I think it wanders off, and then after a while it pops back in,
Yeah,
like
let's see.
if a new, like you don't even have to move it. I noticed the same when I have the GPS inside here.
Mhm.
It would just wander off and maybe go like 100 meters at most, and then
Yeah,
it will
goes
pop
back.
back and be around here again, and then suddenly it will like wander off again, and then
Yes.
that's how it goes when you're inside. And
Hmm.
I mean, it is a small issue, I guess, but we can't
It can be
really.
if you, for example, some people forget to switch off when they go inside, and then you keep it
Mm,
on, and then you have a lot of junk, let's say junk data there, because it's not really correct.
yeah,
And then I noticed some people are manually editing that out with the QGIS program. You take them out
right.
when they wander off.
Mm,
We should make a kind of how to say, in the user manual, we should mention that if you're inside or underground or where you don't have an open sky, then there could be issues that people are at least aware of it, that they don't say,
yeah,
oh, no.
probably. Um, yeah, we can't really differentiate between the GPS drifting around and a person walking in a straight line
That's what
from
I
their
thought so
home.
too.
So, uh, yeah, I think the best we can do is ask people to turn off the logging if they're done, just to make it easier. And then if they do want to edit, maybe a small like manual or like some steps you can take to remove the lines.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I can make that with Q just to take them out. They can see it on
I
the
think
map and
even going in a notepad or anything, like
yeah, but you
scroll
have to find out.
down.
You have to find out what time it is and other things. And if you can see it on the map, it's probably easy because you can see the roads where showing
Yeah,
you
but then
when
you
you
need
go.
to install software, and
So,
like for some people that might be a big
yeah,
step as
some
well.
people it's
So
easier to just go into with Notepad or clean it out the date,
right,
the time. They know.
yeah, they can think, well, I got home at like 4:30, and in UTC that is this and this, and then all right, that's probably around here. Cut it away, throw it out, something like that.
Yeah, I can make 2 notes for that. That's good. Yeah, I will do that. Put it in the user manual.
Yeah,
Some like miscellaneous things to know.
all right. But
Maybe
yeah,
also,
the screensaver thing, it's weird. It just reminds me of how every core is different again, like what I mentioned last week. Some cores just have issues. I I don't know. We should probably test them all before we send them out. But I assume that they didn't have that issue with the previous version, so they can roll back and
yeah, I think so too. But let's first see what it is there, because if he has, maybe other people can have it too. So
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is my
that's a good
concern.
idea.
One of
Yeah.
it is okay, there's something strange, but if there are other people getting the same issue, it's a problem.
Yeah, and that was on the AWS core.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have one,
No, I know.
so
Also,
yeah, I'll just try on the other cores I have, but
okay,
and then you
also
can
if
try on the
the
AWS.
AWS core is, if you have a new and you take the backplane off and you start it up, it comes up with a white screen because it's looking for a security chip, and that's not there.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, okay, I see.
So this kind of things are kind of so just,
Well, that's just the AWS
yeah, only.
software that it comes with, so I guess that makes sense.
Mhm.
Mm, all right.
Yeah, I have nothing else to report. I think that were my main things I had. You have, I think we still have about 7 minutes left.
No, I don't have anything for myself.
Mhm.
Me neither.
Yeah. So we close? Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, have a good week.
Yes,
Yeah.
you too. Well,
You too.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.